Greetings from the Magic Pub. I'm your host, Artie Teeter, and this is a weekly podcast from the magical land of the Rebel Star. If this is your first time listening to this, that's okay, but let me fill you in. About a year ago, I fell into a magical portal behind a Dunkin' Donuts in Manhattan. That brought me into the magical world of the Rebel Star. Somehow I'm still getting a Wi-Fi signal through the portal where I'm uploading a podcast from the Red Oak, a bar in the town of Abraham, in the magical world of the Rebel Star. I'm joined every week by my best buds, the reason that I'm still able to get up every morning, my boon companions. First we have my best friend, the king of hop, Jackrabbit. Hey baby, Jackrabbit here. So what's going on, Jackrabbit? Oh, a little bit of this, just hopping from one thing to the next.
I hate it.
Okay, and always, my other kind of good friend. I'm Othello the Opalescent, the many-colored mage, the wizard of wonder, the warlock of war, the sorcerer of sorcery, the artificer of artificial intelligence, and some know me as George.
I almost read I am.
So what's going on with you, Othello? As always, but it seems like you have actually a guest here who was interrupting. I guess he wants to be introduced now. Okay, yeah, well, I'm excited today to invite my friend. He says he just came from another planet or something like that. This is Rand Reynolds. Hey, Rand.
Hi.
Say hello to my good friends here.
No.
Well, I'm not from this world.
Neither am I. Well, I mean.
So, can you tell me, what you know about this place?
Well, I used to have a family. I used to be a soldier for the army, and then a god named Loki tricked me and made me betray my battalion, and then killed my wife and kid. I went on a murderous speed of the gods that took me to space, and there's some other things I left out, but it's all filler. And then here I am. I killed a bunch of gods because I'm a god killer.
Oh.
Can I see that?
No, I can't see you. But you're a god killer, huh? Wow, that's I don't think we've had a god killer on the show before.
Yeah, I killed them.
Well, I have battled many gods, Othello. There's been many times where I've come into battle. It appears we're being there's two guys coming over to our table right now.
No, I thought they said specifically they're going to another thing.
Hey, Teeter.
Yeah, you know my name?
Yeah, you say it out loud literally every week when I come for
That's
here.
so nerdy.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's a weekly show, a weekly podcast here in the Red Oak.
You do the whole bit. I heard it 1,000 times.
Well, there's only been over 50 some episodes. I've been here for a year.
Do you own the bar?
No. I hear you practicing it by yourself often so that you get it right.
I mean, so what's your name?
I'm Alan Duck.
Are you like a bird man or something?
Does Mike Mallard take him?
He doesn't look like a bird.
Nope. As you can see clearly, because I'm sitting right next to you, I'm a human. I'm a human man. Duck is just my surname.
And who's
it's
this
family name?
Who's this creature next to you? He's not just a person.
I am Keith Stone.
Are you light? You look pretty heavy there.
I am very heavy. You say the full thing, as I just went over with my not friend Alan Duck.
So Keystone? Is it Keystone, right? No, the man clearly said Keith Stone.
Yes, we are friends.
I'm Othello, the Opalescent.
Othello. Can I get drinks and food here?
Oh, yes. Well, I'll summon them with my magic.
I'm also immortal.
Yep. That was a waiter that brought that. Okay.
I need a drink. Or
Same here.
Well,
I'll be right back. I'm getting a drink.
Well, there are a few drinks that were just summoned here by my magic. How are you doing that there? You just poured the liquid through your mouth. You don't have a mouth hole.
Yeah, those two Arakakra, that's Vince and that's Vaughn. The two of them, they were very upset to learn that I'm not a bird.
Wait, Vince Vaughn is over there?
Well, yeah, there's two Arakokra. One's named Vince.
What he just said. Vince and Vaughn are over there.
Vince and Vaughn, yeah. Make fun of me because I'm a duck, but I'm also not a duck.
From what I hear, our cracker don't live long.
Yeah. they'll be laughing in the end, that's for sure. Am I right, Keatstone?
Morbid. I'll high five you though.
Keatstone, how long do turtles live? I feel like, you probably live for a long time.
I'll live longer than most of you at this table.
Aye, Othlo, the opalescent, the many-colored mage.
And not because I'm a turtle.
The Wizard of Wonder.
Because you guys don't eat right.
I'm immortal. I am not going to die.
Sure.
By the powers of the earth and the great magic that lives connecting everything from you to the smallest creature to the largest creature. There's a magic and it keeps me alive, and I have been living for hundreds of years and I will live for hundreds more.
How old are you, Keith?
It's Keatstone.
Yeah, but we're buds, so I can call him just Keith.
I think
What do you
if the more people are out here are like this many named fellow, then yes, you can call me just Keats. Or yes, just Keats.
So
You can just call me Alan then, bud.
So Rand, I hear that. So earlier you said that you were immortal.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Loki cursed me to not be able to die.
So he cursed you to not be able to die.
Yeah.
Seems more like a gift to me.
Well, I do I'm immortal. I don't consider it a curse.
Did Loki
I can always
curse you to be immortal too, wizard?
No, because Loki is a great evil, and I must use my magic to stop all of the evil in the lands of the
He's
Rebel
dead.
Sun.
Actually, I live just about as long as you guys. I'm a
Keats, it's okay, man. It's okay.
I'm a 35.
You're
I'm a
gonna live
middle-aged
a long
turtle.
life. You're gonna live a long life, but
I'm over the hill. All right. So to say, everything now is just we're just spiraling down. I'm just trying to sow some roots before it all goes black.
You're a turtle, not a tree.
Well,
wait.
You're gonna die before I also.
Is it turtles all the way down?
All the way down. Turtles.
So,
I'm looking for a nice lady turtle so that we can lay some eggs together.
I was wondering if you wanted to race there.
You want me to race?
Yes, a rabbit, and I know I can beat you in a race. I don't even have to run the whole time, but I'll finish it.
Why did you have to pretend that you're a rabbit? Because you don't have ears?
First
you
of all,
have ears, but not big floppy ears.
my ears are not only fluffy, but they are very soft, and the ladies love to rub them. So
Humble brag much.
I've seen were-rabbits before.
Where?
And they jump really high. How high can you jump?
well,
I've seen all manners of animal humanoids.
I think this is a really great way to structure the hierarchy of this table. Is whoever can jump the highest is at the bottom rung.
I feel pretty confident.
I just cast magic to bring me from one place to another.
So you can't jump at all.
I will never jump normally. If I need to be off the ground, I will levitate.
Shit, I guess
Fly
this is
pretty high. Yeah, I was just gonna say, some pretty high up there on the hierarchy.
Oh,
I have a bomb.
what's your problem?
A bomb.
He says he has a bomb.
Can we smoke in this?
It's a bomb under me. And
in the bar.
Upwards.
Boy, yeah, you can smoke, yeah?
You just call me boy.
No, it's an oi.
I haven't killed anyone.
Well, I have to say, I hear you threatening us, and I see you have that bomb just sitting on the table. I really
I'm gonna
don't
pump a
think
squirt.
Teeter, why do you bring such violent guests on the show every week?
Well, I was just walking outside and I heard him talking to someone else, and he was like, "I'm immortal. I killed gods. I've been to other planets."
So you just bring liars on the show?
Oh,
I ain't no liar.
wait a second. I'm not from around here, so I don't know people say things like that, they're just like making it up, or if it's actually real.
Most of the time, yeah, they're making it up.
I am not making it up.
So wait, you're telling me that Ryan Reynolds here is not immortal?
I don't know. I've never met this guy before, but typically when people go around saying shit like that, they're probably just making it up.
Fine. Do you want to find out?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Honestly, do it right here.
Wow.
Gang.
There's blood. There's blood all over the place.
Ugh. Ugh. That escalated too quickly.
Well, I guess.
Listen, Teeter. Look at me in the face right now. I didn't say shit.
I didn't do this.
Well, someone
I didn't do
it.
this. Oh god.
He's fine.
He's fine.
I guess he really is immortal. Now there's blood all over the food.
What happened to the food?
You just came back from the bathroom and Rand just shot himself in the head. Who? Rand Reynolds. Oh, what? This blood?
Human blood, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Is that,
This is typically how the food comes. Here.
What?
And viscera, if you're lucky.
this sauce is not bad, but the food itself could be cooked better.
I think you got some brain matter.
Well, my magic actually is unlike most wizards. I can conjure food with flavor.
Does, any food that's made easily is probably not good.
The food I make has made countless people happy.
I've never eaten food that I didn't make that I would deem good or higher quality. I make the best food.
Well, then I, Othlo, the Opalescent, the Mini-Colored Mage, the Wizard of Wonder, the Warlock of War, the Sorcerer of Sorcery, the Artificer of Artificial Intelligence, also George, challenge you.
Who knows you as George?
People, I challenge you to a cook-off.
Alright. Keystone, the turtle. Best cook ever. Except
You are.
I'll be the judge.
Haha!
We'll do that later, of course, because you're going to need some time to cook and prepare your food.
No, actually, we're going to do it right now.
Was that some kind of pun about herbs?
Oh, drinks! Does anybody
Please stop
like
pointing the gun at me.
Can anybody like this?
He's pointing the gun.
Yeah, I got you. I can
Who
let you.
can't light their own cigarette? They're probably the weakest person I've ever seen.
Well, I, Othlo the Opalescent, can cast a spell to burn the whole cigarette in one quick bit of flame.
That's kind of.
Defeats the purpose.
I mean, it's you're supposed to savor it. Rand's right.
I don't know if that's it.
The magic is too powerful.
Rand, I have a question because I'm a better host of this podcast than Teeter is.
We all are.
Because you're immortal, does that give you the benefit of enjoying certain activities that other people just can't because they'll die if they do them?
You know,
right?
funny story. No, in fact, I just never truly feel happiness ever since I lost my wife and kid.
Wow. That took a dark turn.
This is why you wait till you reach maturity, and then you find a nice older turtle, and you bring her back and you make a nice den, and you build a restaurant on top of it, and you lay your eggs.
Do you use those eggs in the food?
Wow.
You know, turtles aren't the worst leg.
Now let me ask you,
Wow. Just
do you cut off your monkey balls down there, and do you eat those?
I think that's offensive. I think that might be offensive. Was that offensive? I feel like that was offensive.
Wait.
Is it because he's a turtle that he considers all humans as monkeys?
I don't know. Or it could
Or
be
just hairless monkeys?
It's not wrong.
Since I'm new here, I'm not going to really try to take offense at things. Maybe this.
Wow, way to not take a stand, Teeter.
How are you gonna just say, do I eat my offspring and then back down as soon as I ask if you eat your own genitalia?
Well,
Rand, because you're immortal, can you eat your own genitalia and have them grow back?
Great question, Duck.
Thank you.
Gross. I don't know.
You've never eaten your own balls.
I
Come on,
no
let's chop them up right now and let's get a taste. You know what? That'll be the best main ingredient for this cook-off we're gonna have later.
Oh, I'll try some of them.
I have cooked balls before, and I can tell you, Flo the Opalescent will make the most flavorful balls that you have ever tasted.
I bet you have tasted many balls in order to gauge that, haven't you?
Heyo.
You will acquire a new taste for balls that you have only dreamed about before.
I got balls of steel.
I'm open to it, honestly.
So, if you built a restaurant, Rand, what would the theme be?
Oh, definitely guns and swords and a lot of
So
you'll have like
are
a murder burger.
Are they cakes when you cut into them?
Well, so here's what I think things would be funny is I might do everything all vegetarian. So everything would be non-meat based products. So nothing would have died technically other than the plants and then the souls that used to make those plants grow.
Now, from what I hear, the forest actually is almost alive. There's a presence out there.
Well, that's probably the perfect forest to use for
Peter,
my non-meat based
are
products.
the trees where you're from? Are they all dead?
Well, now that you mention it that way, I guess
Are every single plant in your fictional world that you come from dead?
Well, when I say alive, I just mean like they seem to have a consciousness here. Like I saw a man walk up.
They're alive. Yeah. So, your plants, are they not like that? Are they dead?
They don't normally kill people. I mean, I'm sure there's some plants that are poisonous.
Teeter, I have a
plants.
question.
They don't kill people.
I have a question, Teeter.
Is no one gonna ask me, Keystone, what theme restaurant I would have if I were to open
Do you
one?
normally let the guests dictate how your show goes?
Well, you know,
Up to entirely.
to be honest,
How much of a
Yes,
cook
we're
are you?
interlopers. Yeah.
So,
I never
my
really-
ideal restaurant that I would make is a traditional Tortle style restaurant where we take, you know, the eldest Tortle and we take their shell after they pass away, and that's our pot.
So you so you cook the food in the back of your elders,
It gives it the flavor of ages.
but it's so wrong to ask if
If I were to eat my own food, yes, it's very offensive.
I just feel like the two are connected.
Teeter, how do you get them to be old if you eat them when they're young? It's
Exactly.
simple logic.
You know, not everyone makes it all the way. Don't you need like little pots and little pans sometimes? So, Mr. Duck.
Mallard.
Yeah. No, it's Duck Rand. Thank you.
Now, I do think I saw you before at you were working at the church. Is that correct?
Yeah, I work as a scribe in the church to Illuminor.
So Rand here says
holy
he killed gods. How do you feel about that?
Have you killed Illuminor?
Were they on the council?
I don't know what that means.
The Council of Cooks.
Well, deep in the void, there,
Oh, here we go. Listen,
there are many gods
here we go.
who sit on the council and control many planets,
He's right, you know.
all underneath the
Well, actually, you're right.
thumbs.
He's incorrect. You have to use past tense because I killed him.
Anyway.
You killed the god council out in the void.
Yeah, after I judged for them, and then I found out that the Astral Dragon was dead. So I was like, okay.
Another drink.
The astral dragon defeated?
Yeah, a bunch of punks actually did. It's kind of funny.
Do you know who are these people who defeated the astral dragon?
A bunch of punks. I kind of sent them to death, and then he said no, and then I kind of was like, and then the Astral Dragon showed up.
I don't know if I believe you. Well,
Anyway.
it sounds like everything he's
I
saying.
can make a mean dragon soup.
Hold on, no, I still have to answer this question. Teeter, am I offended because this mask-wearing rando kills gods?
Oh.
No, because he doesn't kill the belief and the hope that permeates from the institution of the church, which is what I work for. So you know how many people coming in to the church every week wanting to get ordained in the light so that they can defeat the darkness.
Well,
never one of them comes back successfully.
Well, you can never defeat one or the other. If there's no light, there's no dark. If it's all light.
I can tell you the one that needs to be defeated is the Great Old One. All of his dark, evil power has been just rising recently. Yes,
what a load of bullets.
The good, have to come together and work.
Us Tortles have a Great Old One as well. It's our elder. That's what we refer to him as the Great Old One.
In the whole shop.
Yes, that's what. See, Alan gets it. The Great Old One, the bull. Yes, when you say Tortles come in different sizes, so if the Tortle has a nice set cutlet of everything. If they have a nice set of cooking tools, that means that they had a good lineage. Because nothing works like a turtle tool.
Hey, Georgie, real quick. I'm just pulling out some of my scribe's tools. I'm just gonna jot a few notes down if you don't mind. Tell me more about what you know about the Great Old One.
Yes, I can tell you that the Great Old One has many agents working for him.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
And do you know any of these agents?
Oh, the guy who's like the host of this podcast.
No, I can tell you that Archie Teeter has been brought
here
under the great good, a hero from another world, a champion sent to defeat the Great Old One.
Wow, yeah, you're going to be very successful if Teeter is amongst the crew sent to destroy the Great Old One.
He's like, the Great Old One's not in his bar.
Alright, there's a lot of Earth stuff's going on now. Do you need another drink, Alan? I'm going to go up and get another one.
Yeah, I would love another one. That would be great.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to get another
Mr. Stone. Anyway, Georgie, the Opalescent, you were saying, what do you know about the Great Old One? Just so I can bring it to the church doctrine, just in case. It turns out that you're right, but I doubt.
Well, I can tell you that Flo the Opalescent has made a pact with Roxy the Golem to gain strength. Go and help fight the evil that has beset the planes of the abyss that are crossing over into the material plane as we speak.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I was wondering, so these gods that you killed up in space.
Tell us more about Earth.
Can you tell me about any of these gods?
Well, there's a fire giant, a thunder giant, and a fire giant, basically the same thing.
There's like a bunch of giants.
There's like this butterfly kind of thing.
But they don't really sound very threatening.
They weren't.
Why did you need to kill them?
I just hate gods.
What did gods do to you?
Well, as I stated, Loki killed my wife and daughter.
So because one god killed your whole family and cursed you with immortality, you have to kill all of the gods?
Donde está fuego?
That was my thought process, yes.
That sounds like the workings of Loki himself, from what I understand. He has wanted to destroy the gods for a long time. And now
funny
you are
story,
here to quote the gods after Loki has done something to you. It is just how Loki does things.
So funny story is that Loki actually created militants. And he would just constantly kill them because he was a very sad, depraved little boy.
So you're just emanating the very darkness that caused you to be on this dark path in the first place.
So you might as well be Loki too.
Can I tell you, the Tortles have a saying. It's not, through eating, you do gain those.
Through saying. Very poignant, very crisp as far as sayings go.
Through.
Yeah, you're really just banging it out, and those are the best sayings that you really don't have to stumble over the words for in order to say. Great.
Alan, I don't think I'm stumbling over words. I think you're being pretty jagged here. You're not letting me get anything out here. As soon as I say something.
Let me hear the well-versed, repetitive saying that is the most basic bit of Tortle wisdom. Just go for it. Lay it out.
It's easy to consume and destroy, but to cook and create is hard.
Very succinct. Very succinct.
So
did that pass the Alan Duck saying?
Mike Mallon.
Listen, it's not a test. I'm not testing you. I'm just razzing you.
I do respect the razz.
Gotta respect this.
Why is the Tortle razzing this?
The point of razzing is to keep you sharp.
Yeah, like a beak of a turtle.
Hey guys, I just
yes,
came back.
Like a sword, you keep
sharpening the tree like 5
stone.
times.
What?
I just came back and ran around the tree like 5 times. I'm so ready for this race.
What race?
I'm gonna be the turtle in the race.
You missed it.
Yeah.
No.
Did you run around a tree?
He's been gone for like 15 minutes.
What?
15 minutes? What was I doing?
You were cooking.
I mean, I was drinking and cooking at the same time. You know, a little bit for the sauce, a little bit to get me sauce.
Is there a Tortle saying about that? About the passage of time when one's having fun? No?
No, time... We don't have many sayings on time. We just kind of...
Alright, well, let's move on then. Fuck it.
I could make one up, though, I suppose.
Alright. Oh, can you do it fast? Can you do it now? Like, if I give you some dead air in the next 2 seconds, can you make a saying, or should we circle back to you? And,
sure.
I don't know, talk about how weird Rand is or something.
Well, I can tell you, it sounds like you've done a podcast before, Mr. Duck.
Oh.
No, this is my first podcast ever.
Total time is very fine.
Honestly, I'm being honest with you, because we're friends, Keith Stone. Not bad.
I respect honesty, and I'd hope that you would tell me if it were bad.
I think everybody at this table knows that if I think something's bad, I'm going to tell you about it.
Well, I mean, we're going to be honest here. Can I just say, I hated it. It was horrible. Is that bad?
What did you hate of it? Because you hate Tortles and how we just, our time is not spent rushing around on podcasts?
It's not a podcast.
Is it not? We casted pots
into
the fire.
So I can't smoke this? I can't smoke this here?
The bartender said you can't smoke it.
Oh.
Podcast.
Well, it's not a podcast.
Where I come from on Earth, it's like a show that people listen to, but they're driving to work.
It's Earth stuff. No one cares about it.
Wait, Earth listens? What? Oh, man, I need another drink. Every time they talk about Earth stuff, drink.
Just snooze fest, am I right?
I mean, I really don't want to talk about Earth stuff anyway, so I guess it's fine.
Good, let's stop this Earth stuff.
None of us want to hear about it.
I'm going to kill them all.
We definitely should not talk about Earth stuff until Rand leaves, at least.
Didn't you hear my Tortle saying? Why would you continue to consume lives and not create them?
Yeah, it's all about fucking. That's the Tortle way.
You know what?
That is the Tortle way.
I was listening to something that our guest said earlier, as I am the host.
Very minimum work that you have to do as a host.
Well, like
great job.
But Rand did have a child. He created one, and that kid was murdered by Loki.
What is a host? So you have one
kid, and it dies, so you stop making them all together? No, you get back on the horse. Like turtles, they have tons of eggs.
I've fucked all kinds of races, like turtles.
So do you know
I don't procreate with all kinds of races. Just turtles.
Do you know for a fact that you don't have any children in space?
No.
So you probably have created much life.
So you did go out and you're the kind of turtle that goes out and lays lots of eggs, or sets lots of nests.
You're gross.
I'm
But
gross.
it sounds like that's what you did.
I'm gross from explaining what you did.
Pot calling the kettle black, am I right? Jeez.
Again,
The old man calling the great old pot old.
I need it. It looks like you're saying so as your mouth moving on your mask, but I can't really make out what it is you're
You
saying.
know how hard it is to make my mask move when I talk? Because they're not supposed to do that. I have to literally pucker my lips up a bit, and my forced mask to move with what I'm saying.
Why do you wear the mask?
You know, that's probably the best question I've gotten right now.
Oh, I have another question.
Yeah,
Did
what's up?
anybody care about you before you put on the mask?
Ah!
Awkward question, but the answer is no, because they were murdered.
I have a question.
Wait.
Are you the hero that this city needs?
No, I'll probably eventually kill everyone here.
It seems more like he's the villain that this city needs.
Hey, Jackrabbit, what can you tell us about the Swiss Chain thing?
Most of them are dead.
Oof. Rest in peace. Do you, hey Red, did you know anybody in that vagabond unit?
No, I wasn't a cool
A unit of Swifty Shady Fangies?
What are you, like vampires?
What? No, I'm not a vampire. I think I
Or
would.
werewolves?
Is
I heard
that a
they were
vampire
werewolves.
thing?
I think they're all werewolves.
Would you wear cloaks? I mean, you're not a monkey, so you don't have claws or fangs. But like a wolf could do that. A cloaked wolf. Is a group of, that's what we're talking about?
That's stupid.
I used to be a member of the Swiss Chain Gang.
I've seen a lot of doggos
Cotton Canine, Wolven Wolves. Cotton
wearing
Canine,
clothes.
Wolves.
Wait, the leader of the Swiss Chain Gang, he was a wolf. He was a werewolf.
Cotton Canine, Woven Wolves.
But then he went to space and never came back.
What is cotton canine?
Has anybody ever come back from space? Like, just at all? Like, have any of you ever seen anybody come back from space?
No, never.
What is
Oh,
space?
yes.
I've never seen anybody come back.
I really talked about
Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm going.
The void!
I never.
The void and the stars where the many travel, but not very many people return because it is a dangerous place.
I literally talked about how
Are we talking about the
But
ocean?
you are not many. You are but one.
We're talking about the ocean, aren't we?
The ocean of the stars, yes.
What about the punks that killed the Astral Dragon?
Have they come back?
Yeah.
Well, I have not heard of the defeat
Never
of the
met.
Astral Dragon, but it must have happened and I must have missed it.
Who is the astral dragon?
The great god of the void who has lit up the sky with the stars that you have seen.
So a god of stars. Okay.
Yes.
And he was beaten, but there are still stars.
It is a very interesting question, yes, what have happened to us.
But when I was saying before, because we were talking about scribes, you could kill a god. How could you stop somebody from believing?
In my, opinion, which comes from a pretty educated place because I work in the business, you just don't write those things. And then eventually, a couple generations down the line, people don't even know what you're talking about. So they don't believe in it anymore.
So are you saying that this man that we're speaking on in this podcast, that he, in a couple generations, could be known as a god?
Unlikely.
If I am a god, maybe I'll be the god of wine, because...
Hey, that's a good god. God of wine. You should team up with me, the god of cooking, and because I use a lot of wine.
Keith, I think you misunderstand what he's saying. He's the god of whining.
Oh, I don't use that in cooking. We abolished that in the kitchen.
I imagine I would go both between whining and being a wino. I drink, I wine, I dine.
Okay, so you should meet up with me, the god of cooking. That's how it will go on. I will.
You should honestly, Keith Stone, you should really watch out about that kind of shit around this Rand guy. I think he's genuinely a psychopath, and if you tell him that you're a god, he'll probably try and kill you. And we just met tonight, but I had a great time eating out of the great old one, and I don't want you to die. I really don't.
Okay, No more I'm a god talk. But
just around this guy.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think
because if it was just us, if he wasn't here, I'm there, man. You're the guy. You're the guy to cook it. But around this guy, I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, I just think that it's a good business venture, you know?
Oh yeah. No, I think it's good. I think he got something going on, especially with that great old one. I really do. But around this guy, you know, he shot himself in the face a couple of times, and he's fine. That's just not right.
You're probably right. That was a little unsettling.
Well, if you wanted to go into business, I could summon a cart for you to cook out of, or even a building for you to serve people in.
If you could summon a cart, that would work. I do need to carry around a lot of shells.
Oh,
Summon a cart.
well, yeah. Yes, I will use my great wizard prowess to summon here a cart for our friend Keith Stone, the great turtle cook. Now that I will use my powers on Los Toroso. Oh. I tried to summon a cart, but I appear to have just summoned a tiny horse.
Oh, hey, tiny horse.
Aww.
Oh, it's cute.
Hey.
It's gobbling around. I like it.
I'll walk next to it. It should be able to pull my shells.
Hey, can you put a top hat on it?
Oh, yeah, do a top hat.
Bing.
Oh, hey, wow, look at that. It's 10 gallons more than that horse can ever carry.
It is quite adorable.
Maybe a 10-teaspoon hat.
No. I love it.
Well, like I said, I think it's about time we start wrapping up this podcast here. We went on for a while. It's been a great time, but I would really like to end it with a new segment I've been working on.
It's called Tortles.
Well, no. Interesting stuff around the Rebel Star. So,
You need to come up with a better name. That's not catchy at all.
So, well, why don't we start with you, since you got so much to say here, Alan? Why don't you tell me something that has been interesting, something that you've seen interesting around the Rebel Star?
Okay. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of gossip that goes through the scribes' quarters on a day-to-day basis. You know, we're sitting around, we're writing the same things over and over again. The boys get to talking, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, this guy knows what I mean. So I heard the other day.
I too know what you mean.
Thank you, Georgie. I appreciate that. You're a real source of inspiration for me. Anyway, I heard the other day, through the grapevine, as it were.
Is this an actual grapevine or no?
I like grapes.
There's the method of communication that we have between the various rooms within the scribes hall. It's a telepathic grapevine that transmits our thoughts very efficiently from room to room. Do you not have? It's called an interleaf comm.
Interleaf comm. Well, you heard that here, people on Earth. So anyway.
That's just a normal thing that happens for everybody in this room knows about it except for you, Teeter. That's not what I was getting at. But if that's cool for you, then yeah, pass.
You're definitely out of the loop. Haha.
Well, okay. Stone, why don't you tell me something about something that you found interesting on the Rebel Star?
Great screaming hot pieces of metal came down and smashed my cart. I guess that was interesting.
That's rough, buddy.
Do you know where they came from?
Above me?
Ooh, and then did they just keep going, or did they stop at your cart?
Well, my cart was on the ground. So, when they hit my cart, they went into the ground. I guess they did travel a little bit further, but mostly the ground stopped them.
Teeter, where the fuck did you think they would go after they hit his cart?
I mean,
that's a good question.
Where the fuck did you think that they were going?
I don't even know where they came from.
Did you? This is the thing. You didn't think about it. You just said some dumb shit after our friend was literally trying to tell his interesting story.
So that was probably the most interesting thing I saw. I don't know anything that besides the inner workings of an animal society. You normies, as Rand would say, humans are called.
I have a follow-up question. Keith Stone.
Yes.
Next cart, are you gonna get crash insurance or not?
I don't know who to get insurance for my cart from. I did get insurance. I knew at the last kitchen I worked at, they had that thing called insurance on it. But I would have to be established in what I think is like a larger city than Abraham.
Yeah, get out of this shithole.
Right? Yes, facts. Gotta get out of here. Look, this is the only eatery here. I didn't even get served. The food here, bland. And you're telling me that the sauce came from this fool here? That was probably the best part of the meal that I had.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, but tables are covered in it. It's the best part.
I can tell you that my food is appreciated by many.
We had food before you got here. I was talking about this eatery. I was told you did not own it.
No, I did summon the food, though.
That was you, the first food that got here?
Yes.
This is an eatery, and they did not serve us food at all.
Well, the dwarf can't see over the counter there, so he doesn't know when people need food.
That's the design flaw for sure.
This place is a horrible place.
I think something happened to Red, but I think he fell asleep and then woke up and threatened me immediately. Did you have a little too much
I've
to
been
drink?
threatening you this entire time.
That is fair. Well, why don't you tell me something that you found interesting in Rebel Star?
JD, if you're out there, you miss you.
You hear that, JD? If you're out there, Rand misses you. The only nice thing he said about anybody this whole time. So anyway.
Whoever that asshole must be a real piece of work if this guy likes him.
Does he wear a mask as well?
Does anybody care about him before he wears the mask?
I will kill you, Mallard.
My name is not Mallard. It's Duck. It's just Duck.
Whoa! Wait! Oh man, what's happening? Why are we ducking?
Shit. Everything.
Is this a ploy that gets said every
Podcast
time?
hosts have such terrible jokes.
Are we not in danger?
Wow, we got one thing right the whole
multiple
night.
times.
It was on point.
And now is the time you try to say,
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard somebody scream duck and I got worried. So,
no one even speak. You haven't recording equipment. No one's going to hear.
Oflo, why don't you tell me something interesting you've seen in the Rebel Star?
Alright, yeah, that's really cool, but I have a question, okay? So if the things in the night sky that are shining are stars, right? And we call the place where we live the Rebel Star, why aren't we continually being blinded from the floor?
That's a good question. Aren't we a star?
Well, I can tell you this.
Doesn't make any sense.
The
I have to
name
use the
of this
bathroom.
planet was given by the astral dragon, you see. And it wasn't chosen by him, but by a man, Solomon, the god who pushed the astral dragon back and has now become one with Luminor.
For Solomon's sake. We've all heard the stories. All I'm saying is that it doesn't seem like we're living on a star, because we're not being constantly blinded.
Well, I think the Rebel Star is just a poorly choice name for this planet.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know what a planet is, but I think that we're agreeing.
I'm not used to this happening, as usually we are at odds, but I think I like this.
I think we reached a kind of understanding just there, and I'm very upset to say that.
Well, I'm glad that you guys have got along, but I'm thinking,
Teeter.
that's over the time for this podcast we have tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Well, Alan, I will. I'll drink with you a little bit more.
Yeah, alright, let's ditch this.